You just lost all the kid audience just was like, parents are like, okay, great. More terrifying than Michael Myers. Great.
The Herdmans shouldn't be here.
They're a poor influence.
It might be the first Christmas pageant in history where Joseph and the wise men get in a fight and Mary hightails it with the baby.
$5 say they burned down the manger.
What a lovely movie. Such an inspiring message behind it.
Well, thank you.
For you, Dallas, how in the heck did you fit this in with The Chosen? I mean, you've just been going on and on. Congratulations on that success too. How did you fit that in there?
Yeah, well, this is the one movie that my wife and I would have allowed me to do in between seasons of The Chosen because I have been pursuing it for 20 years. So 20 years ago, I read the book. In fact, I actually have the copy. This is the actual copy of the book that I read 20 years ago to my kids. It's even got notes on it for if I ever got a chance to make the movie, what I would do with it. And when I finished reading the book, I said, I was born to make this. I have to do it. And so after you've been chasing it for so long, and then you finally get a chance to do it because of The Chosen, because the rights holders and their families had seen the show and they said, all right, you are the one to make this movie. I said, well, I can't wait till I'm done with 7 seasons. I've got to do it now. So fit it in Canada in between seasons of First Century Desert. I got a chance to do a winter Wonderland movie.
And then Judy, for you, you fight off serial killers, Michael Myers, you're in Jurassic World, MCU world. So what kind of satisfaction do you get being in a movie like this that's, kind of an inspirational type film?
Well, I was a lot more scared of the Herdmans than of Michael Myers. I'm not gonna lie. There was a lot more Herdmans than Michael Myers. So yeah, I would say that like on a terrifying level, this was more terrifying for me. But
you just lost all the kid audience just was like, parents are like, okay, great. More terrifying than Michael Myers. Great.
Elmer, you usually like playing Joseph? Suppose that's that then.
The Christmas movie of the season.
I'm just trying to like check off all my holiday movie boxes. No, I actually had never read the book. So my first introduction to the movie or to the story was the script. And then I met Dallas, and it's very, very hard not to be like, he was so excited and passionate about this project. So like I was swept away along with him, and I couldn't not go on this ride. I read the book after I read the script. So I was also really excited to see how close he stayed to the original story. And many people in my life have told me that this is their favorite book. I didn't even know that. And they always ask me questions like, is this still in it? Is that still in it? And I love that he kept so much in it, because I think all the for people of all generations who love this story, they're gonna get what they loved.
And what I liked most about it, I mean, I was raised Catholic, but in reality, we know that in reality, there's a lot of hypocrisy, right? Among religious people.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So I love that you kind of touch upon that there's these needy kids, but they're kind of seen as outsiders, or they can be part of us. They're outsiders. So that's kind of a lovely message that you're kind of putting out there, right? That you have to accept everyone.
Well, that's the thing about the book that really struck me, was that kids in poverty or on the outside are actually closer to the truth of the Christmas story than others are. Because when Jesus was born, he came as a humble servant. His parents were outsiders. It was a scary time. And we sometimes think of the nativity in the Christmas story as this pristine, precious little, what do they call it? Precious moments, those little figurines.
Precious moments.
Yeah. And it wasn't like that. And I think the Herdman kids, as outsiders, asking all these questions, asking her in the first rehearsal scene, one of my favorite scenes, where all the kids are taking that story for granted because they've heard it a million times. And the Herdmans are like, well, we've never heard it. And they start asking all these questions. And her character's like, you know what? That's actually an interesting question. I hadn't thought about that before. And so some people say ignorance is bliss. And I think when it comes to humanity, that's actually the opposite of true. I think the more we understand people, the better we can know them. And being known is actually a beautiful thing. That is what I think this movie is about in many ways.
Yeah, and those Herdman kids are gangsters. So how tough was it? How tough was it finding these characters, and then for you, Judy, also interacting with them?
Well, it was very humbling because they were a lot more prepared and professional than I was. So I realized a few days in, like, I'm really gonna have to step up my game.
No
here.
comment. No comment.
But it was so fun. I mean, I was very inspired by them. I mean, they're all really great actors, and seeing how quickly they bonded and how much they loved each other on the last day of shooting, they were all sobbing. Like, it was so gorgeous, and it really reminded me of when I was like starting out in my career and just how excited I was about it. It was hard not to take on all of their joy and excitement every day. They were amazing.
All right, well, thank you so much. I love the message behind it and like the juxtaposition of the, Jesus' story and their story. It's a lovely, lovely story. So
Great.
congratulations on
Thank you
that.
so much.
Thank
All right.
you.